So in this video, you will learn how to start Amazon FBA with the wholesale method. And it's gonna be a crash course to kind of get you started and have an overview of basically a step-by-step process to get you started. And this is perfect if you are a beginner, especially if you have a full-time job and wanna build something on the side. And if you're new to the channel, hi, welcome. My name is Lester and I've been selling on Amazon FBA since 2021, where I started as a part-time side hustle, and fast forward now, it's my full-time business. I've grew the team and I've sold over $5 million in total sales in revenue. And also, if you are a professional, I mean someone that has a 9-to-5 job, that you're busy, want to build something on the side, I am offering a free strategy session. All you do is book. The link is going to be down below. So if you want to know more about it, just simply click on the link. But anyway, let's get started into number one. So step number one is you want to get your business foundation started. It's kind of like when you're building a house, you want to start with the foundation, that you can start adding the little details, right? So make sure you have a really good construction. So in terms of getting your business set up, the best way to do it is have an LLC, because once you have an LLC, it'll allow you to contact different wholesale suppliers and distributors, and you're not gonna have any issues with it. But you do need to have an LLC. And the easiest way to kind of get started with it is going through, an online service that's done for you, like LegalZoom. There's also a bunch of them. You just gotta Google how to get your LLC, or you can simply do it yourself as well. Just more steps, but you save money, of course. But if you do with the LegalZoom, it's a couple $100. They pretty much get everything done for you, pretty hands off, and that's how I got started. I went with my business. Then after you have your LLC, the next step is to get an EIN. If you didn't know, an EIN is basically your social security number for your business, and that will allow you to apply for a tax exempt. Tax exempt is basically a document that will let suppliers and distributors know that you don't pay any taxes on the products they're going to be purchasing to resell on Amazon.com. So to get your EIN, again, you need your LLC. Once you have that, you just go to irs.gov. It's free to get your EIN. So you guys can see right here, getting an EIN straight in minutes. So it's very fast. You literally get it immediately. Again, it's your social security for your business. And once you have an EIN, then depending on your state, you apply for the tax exempt or tax certificate. I'm here in Florida, so I'll just Google Florida, tax exempt. It's usually the first or second link that shows up in Google. So do that for your state. So step one is basically getting all the boring documents, but you do need it, because if you don't do that, then you can't do the rest of the steps. So that's pretty much sums it up. You can get it done in like a week or even a couple days if you're really getting into it. Now into the step two here, which is finding suppliers. And I find it like the fun part, because it's like a treasure hunt. So my tip here is a personal experience, because I get this question all the time. Oh, like, Lester, what do I sell? What products do I sell? Well, with Amazon, it can be overwhelming, because Amazon pretty much sells everything, right? So what I like to advise for you to get started is something that you are familiar with, all right? So what does that exactly mean? So something familiar is basically like your unfair advantage. Like, for example, for me, I'm Filipino, so there might be like let's just use grocery store, for example, like grocery products that are targeted to Filipino communities, right? Like that I may know because I'm part of that community. So I can go look up like Filipino products or brands that I can sell possibly on Amazon that not many people know about, right? So whatever your unfair advantage is, it could be like you're a dog owner, right? So you might know a bunch of dog brands versus a non-dog owner would have. So that is an example of an unfair advantage where you can get started, where you already have familiarity. If you're a female, you might have an advantage in terms of beauty products, right? Because you buy beauty products all the time. You know what brands are up and coming or popular brands that, guy or a dude might not know. So that's just a few examples. Start with that, then you can slowly venture out to different categories once you get comfortable knowing the ins and outs of Amazon. So just want to show you how to kind of get started here. A lot of people make this mistakes when they're doing wholesale is they keep it pretty generic, and what they say is the riches are in the niches. Basically, you want to target your category in the beginning. Again, it's not going to be perfect. It's kind of just like, our first guess, right? So we get better at it. We dig a little deeper, crap, we hit a wall. All right, let's go back dig another wall, road or tunnel till we find a way through for us to, you know, see some success, right? So where a lot of people make a mistake is just keep it generic, like wholesale suppliers, for example, in Miami. But let's just say, for example, let's get into specific. Let's try video games, right? So instead of just leaving it there, you can type in video game wholesalers, suppliers in Miami. These are a couple keywords that would just help you. Then bam. All right, let's zoom out because that's too out, right? So let's just hit search this area. Now I'm specifically just targeting video games. It might seem like a common sense, but it's such a step that a lot of people, you know, just don't do, right? So anything that's your unfair category, unfair advantage, put in that category. Beauty, grocery, you know, pets. The better it is, more specific, and then I'll just open up opportunity, right? So let's go ahead and just show up here. Go back and zoom in. These are a couple ones, and you can even scroll through here on the side. Whichever, there's no right or wrong. Let's just go through here, Rolla Games LLC. So you can see it's a distribution service, and kind of just like check out their website, and that's kind of like the next natural step, okay? So part 3 here is once you narrow down a bunch of suppliers, I'm just showing you one example here, but ideally you want to contact, you know, at least 20, right, to see some sort of progress or success, is to contact them. So there's 3 ways to contact them. The first one is you can send them an email, right? Second one is to give them a call. And third is if you're in the area nearby, you know, you can come say hi to them and introduce yourself in person, right? So the reason for we want to contact them is to achieve one goal. That one goal is to open an account so we can get access to their wholesale products and price list, so we can start narrowing down the exact products that we can buy to sell on Amazon, right? So that's the whole goal of why we want to contact suppliers, open an account so we can have access to their products and price list. So let's use this again. For example, I'm just going through their website here. Some of them are pretty straightforward, like creating an account like everything else we do nowadays, right? You got your Netflix, you got your, you know, Ace Hardware, you got your Home Depot. There's so many accounts and passwords. It's crazy. So you just create an account there. Sometimes it's not as straightforward. You might have to scroll down at the bottom of the website and create an email or send an email to them. So there's different ways, but that's the next step, is how can you create an account, all right? So let's just use this for example. So let's go ahead and create a new client registration here. A lot of it's pretty straightforward, guys, and you know, this is where you need your information here. And if you scroll down, hopefully they show it here. Normally they'll ask for your LLC or EIN. They might do it after, or even tax exempt. But it's really important to have those because they're not going to be able to sell you wholesale without that, okay? And so yeah, moving through the account is pretty straightforward. You just fill in all the information that you have here, right? Then after that, you're good to go to create an account, and this is what's going to look like. So once you create an account, as I mentioned, we want to have access to their price list. They can either email that to you if you're working with like a sales rep, for example, or you have access directly to their website to log in. And the best way I've found is either downloading it through a Google Excel sheets, right? Because it's going to have all of this. You don't have to go through the page. Or just going through a website like this. They made it pretty simple, and you can go through like the products here in order to find, you know, what we can sell on Amazon. That's basically the next step where we're gonna do next. So step number 4 is product research. There's 2 approach with this. If you guys have noticed, there's no one way to do this. There's multiple ways, so it really can fit however your preference is. That's the beautiful thing about running your own business. You get to be the big boss of however you want it. You know, just fun overall. So 2 ways to do it. First one is manual, 1 by 1. So basically what you would do is copy like UPC here, right? Copy the UPC, paste it on Amazon, right? So it's selling for $19.97 on Amazon. How much can I buy it here? 15 bucks. Then you calculate if there's profit or not, right? Then you just kind of go down the list till you find a profitable product that you can sell on Amazon, right? So it's pretty straightforward. That's the manual way. The second way is more of like a speed run or a boost. And this is perfect if you have a full-time job where you don't have much time, right? Time is going to be the issue. So in order to solve that is we're going to be able to kind of use a software. And the software that I prefer is using Smart Scout. That's the partner I have here. The link is down below if you want to use like a referral code or a discount code. It's all going to be down below. Using Smart Scout is basically you download the Excel sheet here, then you upload it to Smart Scout, and you can put in like your filters or criteria, like, all right, scan me this list here and only show me the product that's making me, 50% ROI, for example, or like $10 profit, right? However filter you do, Smart Scout will basically allow you to do that. So that's the easier way, but it's not perfect, right? It's a software, so it's gonna miss a lot of things. So my advice from experience is to do both, combine both, right? Like if you have time, go through it manually, because you're going through manually one by one with your own eye. With softwares, again, it can miss a couple of things here and there, but it's gonna scrape majority of things. So you just have to play with it, but combine both and see where you can find some success, right? So that's basically the product research phase on how you can find products, is copying a UPC, paste it on Amazon, and take it from there. And one reminder, and kind of like the approach we want to do this is, it's not rocket science. All we're doing is finding products on the low and sell them high for a profit. We're, with the difference, the margin is, that's how we can do it, right? And step number 5 is basically you're buying and shipping to Amazon's warehouse, because the whole idea here is to have a lifestyle business where we're not manually shipping the item one by one, right? Like we're sending everything to Amazon's warehouse, which is the FBA part, fulfilled by Amazon. That's what it stands for. And whenever someone orders, it comes in a Prime box, comes in a Prime sticker, all that jazz. So it's nice and sweet. We're just gonna like refresh our page and we get sales from there. So one thing to keep in mind when you start to purchase is each supplier and distributor, they always have an MOQ. MOQ stands for a minimum order quantity. So you guys can see right here, minimum order here is either a dollar amount or quantity or pieces amount, right? So they have both. So you're gonna have $850 minimum order and at least 25 video games, right? So each supplier distributor is gonna have their own. Sometimes it's less than that, sometimes it's more. It really depends, but they'll tell you, like, on the email or wherever, that this is our MOQ. So it's pretty straightforward, and that's the whole point, right? If you're buying wholesale, you're easily gonna meet that MOQ. It's usually not an issue. You combine a bunch of products, so that's the easy part. But I just wanted to give you a heads up that, especially if you're new, that to just follow that rule. Once you make your purchases, now it's time to do the shipping part, right? And learn from my mistake, because when I started doing Amazon, I was doing it as a part-time side hustle because I had a job, but I was doing everything, right? I was packing late at night, I was going to UPS shipping. This is during, where you had to wear a mask and 6 feet distance and stuff. So it was interesting because I was in my suit, like with all these crazy boxes, But the smartest way to do it from experience is the lifestyle business, is where you can just be anywhere, have a laptop and an internet, and you're basically ideally purchasing and someone else is doing the labor. So we're gonna send our products to a 3PL, or what they call in the Amazon world a prep center. They're basically the same thing. Their job is to do and handle the logistics for you, right? The shipping, the packing, the the handling and all that stuff, and sending it to Amazon, so that way you don't have to do anything, right? That's the whole idea of the lifestyle business, especially if you have a job and you don't have time. I really want to iterate that part, because we're in the AI and technology age. Like there's so many softwares and these resources available to us. Why not take advantage of it, learn to delegate as a owner mindset? That's the biggest thing I've learned, and use all of this to our advantage. Like why not? Like let's work smart and not necessarily like manual work and hard at the same time. We can still work smart and hard, but like in a better way. So again, I'm currently offering free strategy sessions. If this is for you, the link is going to be down below. So go ahead and click that. And you want to build it and grow it on the side until the next logical step for you is, kind of have to quit or kind of take it to the next level. So check out that link. Thank you guys so much for watching. Catch you next one. Peace.